We've got a lot of suspects in Solstice. There's a lot of people, I think, who are pulling the strings in all of this. And I think those are my three main folks. I kind of think it's got to be a woman, because all the men in this story are way too incompetent to be actually pulling all the strings. I mean, hey, there are two things that we do know for sure. One, we just got trapped, both of our protagonists, Yanni and Galen, in a crypt. Some kind of horrible cask where they almost died. And during that time, someone definitely messed with all the systems. It's two people we can rule out. We know it's not Yanni, and we know it's not Galen. That also means that before we have to stand on trial, the second thing is that before we have to stand on trial, someone did something super skeevy. They didn't just wait until the next day when we have announced our decision. They made sure to do it that day. I don't know why. I think that was very dumb of them to do that, but very exciting. Hey, welcome back to RDLP. I'm your host, the Prince of Play, Solon, and we're back with Solstice. Thanks again, as always, to Cirrus. Thank you, Cirrus Castle. You can find her work in the description below. And if you haven't checked out her Deviant, I saw there was a new painting that I saw on Twitter that she put together. Is that a sunset scene? I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. But I saw that there was new works on Twitter, and I was like, yes, okay, good. Good, I'm in the right place for this. There's more things that I get to see. There's such nice watercolors, and there's such nice big pictures, and it's cool. The landscapes are so nice. So yeah, if you want some calming landscapes after you have had a hard hit of mystery and intrigue from Solstice, you can do that. Let's get back to Solstice. So we almost died, and almost as far from uncovering who's damaging the city as I was when I first came here. This is preposterous! How could Isfon expect me to make an informed decision on suspicions alone? Not having an opinion does seem to attract people willing to sway it, though. And more stuff like what happened today may happen. Pardon my intrusion, Yanni! I'm surprised you keep the door unlocked. Isn't that unsafe? Rumor has it you and Galen were in trouble already today. Yeah, Constance, in your bathhouse, dog. The culprit simply walking through my front door would certainly save me a lot of trouble. Does that mean you don't know who the killer is? No, I was saying you're... Anyway, why does everyone ask me this? I really can't reveal anything about the investigation. That answers my question. It is as I expected. Listen, I have no patience left for another vague conversation. Oh my god, I just had an idea. What if Sem's flirting with me now because I'm the chief investigator of this whole operation? Ah, crap! Ah, crap! Sem could be kissing to me. We got kissed last episode. Sem kissing me, probably because he's... God damn it, he's smart enough to do that. And he wants to kill... He has so much motive for getting back at Istvon. God damn it, Sem. Okay. Hear me out. I came to offer you help. Did you now? Everyone's been doing that all day to me. How very curious. I have no doubts about your intellectual prowess, Yanni. Even the swiftest mind can't simply conjure answers to questions it does not understand. I'm only asking you to listen. You may do as you please afterwards. I do need information, but her visit is suspicious! Is she actually afraid? I don't think she's gonna say is her... I want Yanni to think that her visit is suspicious. I don't want her to fall into some kind of trap. If I didn't know any better, I'd consider your sudden visit very suspicious. As you should. Still, it would be unwise to reject my offer. Time is working against you. You're not helping your case, you know. You yourself said the chances of the saboteur coming to you of their own volition is slim. Would I help if I was the one responsible? Only one person knows the answer to that question. That's why you should stop this nonsense and listen to what I have to say. Istvan demands answers. You will have to deliver them whether you like it or not. You cannot afford to be picky about your sources. Thanks for reminding me. My questions would reveal most of my suspicions to you, however. You should know best of all that knowledge rarely comes without a price. But fear not, I won't abuse your trust. This place has been my home long enough for me to master its rules. I'd hate to see all that effort go to waste. The madness of this city! It seems I have no choice but to take the risk against my better judgment. You're learning fast. Alright, I'm all ears. 1. Anyone is capable of anything. There are no innocents here. I assumed as much. However, the saboteur must have a motive, which so far I've failed to discover. Can you help me with that? Let's start with Slava. I'm sure she used to love her husband. I'm also certain she regretted his decision to abandon his life as a scholar to travel with his adventurous wife. Did she forgive him for that regret, or for turning his back on reality? Has Laura forgiven the families for ruining her life? She has every reason to hate her master, yet she never rebelled against him. Yeah, but everyone has that motive against Istvan. Has Yakone really abandoned the legacy of her tribe? She's truly defensive, terribly defensive about it. Yeah, but she's not this smart. She's 20. Not that that means that she's 20 and she's been so busy with a lot of other aspects of her life, there's no way she knows all of this about this city. Even Kasaya, has he left his violent ways behind? Oh, Constance, this is weak. You give me this weak sauce stuff. I'm mad at you now. You're wasting my time. What about you? So far you have not revealed any details concerning your own wickedness. I'm no saint either. In a crowd of wrongdoers, who can distinguish the true villain? So you don't suspect anyone? No. I suspect everyone. Don't you? Everybody here has one reason or another to hate this place. I do too. The families took away my freedom, my identity. They left me empty. Even now, it's not easy for me to talk about. My anger used to keep me awake at night. I used to loathe all these people just because they belonged to this world. I hated being alone because I began to belong to myself, not belonging to something I can relate to very well. You don't look defeated, though. I'm not. Okay. I'm not defeated. We all got dealt a bad hand. Laura, Slava, Yakone, all taken out of... Hey, how come you're only listing ladies? How come you're only listing the ladies, Constance? That's really skeezy of you, dog. Just saying. I could be considered lucky. After teaching me their customs and traditions, Istvan's brother began treating me like a human being. He grew to love me and became the only family I had. The feelings I had for him extend to Istvan now. I have no reason to destroy what I've earned, if that's what you're wondering. Who does, then? I have a feeling you're asking about someone in particular. I am. What about Sem? He was the last person to see Lev alive. Was he? That would add up, wouldn't it? What do you mean? What do you mean? Talk. Constance. Sem seems so very calm. Here we go again. Vague innuendos. Come on, you wanted this conversation. Ever since he came to the city, Sem has kept to himself. He hasn't harmed anyone, nor has he been particularly helpful. Monstrous, how dare he? Curious. Nobody is so unobtrusive, it stands out around here. So he must be evil incarnate, is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh no, nobody would mind if he was evil. It's far worse than that. He's not an idiot, I've checked. What could be worse then? He's a failure, a coward too. He sent people to their deaths and gained nothing from it. That's how bad he is. What does that have to do with our current situation? Either you finally tell me what you're hinting at, or I'll tell Istvan you killed Lev. The old man's charm is rubbing off on you, my dear. You're drunk with power already. Here's the whole story. Sem was the leader of a small but very effective group of thieves. They were quite notorious in their day. One of their numerous victims finally caught up with them. A powerful merchant, embarrassed he couldn't secure his possessions. Broken pride can be an uncanny motivator. Okay. He was the one they caught first. He gave up everyone, his closest friends, even his pregnant wife. You know it's not as simple as that. I imagine torture would eventually break anyone. They didn't even lay a finger on him. They gave him a choice. Rat out his entire crew, or lose his right arm. I'm sure you noticed he still has both hands. They made him watch his... Constance, how the frick do you know all of this? They left him alive afterwards. Did they? It was a matter of honor for the merchant. He made Sem into a walking warning. A very effective one. A forced compact with Istvan was the final touch. Stripping the thief of all his possessions, including his free will, was their idea of justice. That seems too cruel to be true. Ask him yourself if you don't believe me. I don't expect him to have the audacity to lie to your face. How do you know all of this? It's a long story, one you don't have time for. Okay. Time's up. Istvan's expecting you soon. How could I forget? One more thing. One more thing! Perhaps the most important piece of information I can offer. Well, thanks for saving the best for last. At this point, learning too much too quickly will probably kill me. We only talked about the people I know well. This one's about a newcomer. You mean the magic boy? What kind of mischief was he involved in this time? Public urination? Gross indecency? He followed Lev the night of his disappearance. Huh. Tell me everything you know. God damn it. He trapped me inside of the chamber with him. Magic Boy did his thing to tinker with the substrates so that Yanni could see it happen to put him off the trail. Something's not right about that. Something's not right. Damn it. I don't know. I don't have anything for this. Istvan's guards aren't very observant. Okay. Sorry, this got me all riled up just thinking about maybe Galen? God! You got me good. They'd beaten the poor man up. They watched him go to the doctor's quarters. He left a moment later and Galen followed. The door opened so soon after they got trapped in, which meant that they had their own... Someone had Galen and Yanni's interests in mind. Who the hell would have Galen and Yanni's interests in mind? Except for Galen. Okay. God damn it. Thank you for telling me this. I'm glad I could be of help to you, Yanni. Frankly, I don't envy the position you're in, but I certainly can relate. As I said, you can do what you please with this knowledge. Just be safe. Yeah, I'm on thin ice. Sem's story's gruesome. Istvan still has much more to do with what happened to Lev. As for Galen, he better have a good explanation. Hey! It's my favorite defrosted person. How goes it, Snowman? Looking for you. We need to talk. Oh, here's the face I'm looking for. Oh, are we breaking up already? Don't worry. It's not you, it's me. You drunk again? Have we forgotten an investigation to conclude? I've had enough drama for today. Besides your Istvan's new pet, you deal with it. That's exactly what I'm doing. Why were you following Lev that night? And please spare me the sob story about you being a responsible doctor. Shit. Shit! I thought he was involved in what was happening with the system. As it turns out, I was right. We found him in a hidden chamber where he was been performing some kind of ritual. Quite a feat for a deranged old man. Yeah, seems so. Find anything else while following him? Yanni, you know as much as I do. His routine was erratic and it was impossible to make any sense of his escapades. What about the last one he took? Did you follow him then as well? I did not. I gave up at that point. Alright, then last night, Lev was in bad shape. Why did you let him leave? I'm obligated to help, but I can't force people to be treated. Lev was going through some kind of manic episode and wouldn't listen to reason. I could have tried knocking him unconscious, but that seemed a bit too cruel. If knocking a patient out is the only solution that comes to your mind, maybe you're not as skilled as you think you are. I gave him a concoction, something for the pain, combined with a powerful healing agent. What was in it? Corona Ursina. You know, just a little bit of Corona. Without getting too technical, it works wonders when brewed with love and goodwill. Sem met him afterwards and said Lev behaved like he was intoxicated. Could your potion have that effect? What can I say? It's heavy stuff. Before you say anything, please mind that making your patient woozy is a small price for closing their wounds overnight. One last thing. The city plans are missing. You know anything about that? You lost them? We still have our copies in the Academy vaults. Don't be ridiculous. I'm talking about the documents that were left with the families. Sorry, love. I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm not as close to Istvan as some people. The Chancellor told me you rarely use plans. It's hard for me to believe you wouldn't seek them in a time of crisis. We have our ways of getting by without them. And yet you have no idea where the control chamber is? You know I don't. Someone is masking its location. Really? You failed to mention that before. Because you don't believe in this stuff. The Saboteur has way too much knowledge about rituals for me to feel uncomfortable. For me to feel comfortable. You mean someone is keeping secrets using magic? Yes. So if your tricks don't work, you still need plans just like everyone else. I didn't take them. I had no idea you lot left a copy here in the city. It doesn't seem wise though, does it? I won't discuss our procedures with you. Besides, they were encrypted. I'm telling you, for the last time, I didn't know about the plans. Get on with your witch hunt somewhere else. Stop overreacting. I'm done for now. So tell me, friend, should I wear something special for tonight's ceremony? Something flammable for the stake? Oh, please. It's not all about you, you know. See you tonight, Galen. You know what? Ah, screw it. Great. Just great. Great. I thought I heard your voice, Yanni. Where's Galen? His stew's ready. He stormed out. He looked disturbed when he came here. Frankly, you don't look too well either. I'm very tired is all. Things don't add up. Istvan wants results tonight. I haven't even had a chance to sleep since that damned party. Ugh, I'm sorry. I'm complaining to you when you just learned. Don't worry about it, you poor thing. Yesterday was a shock, but I came to terms with the fact I lost Lev years ago. This was the inevitable conclusion. So, how's your investigation going? You have anything to satisfy Istvan? I really shouldn't talk to you about. Or actually, it's not like it's a real investigation anymore. It wouldn't change anything. It'll make you feel better, at least. I guess. Okay. You know, you used to be on the top of my list of suspects. Then I saw your reaction at the bathhouse. Now I feel stupid. I'm sorry. No need to apologize, Yanni. I know this is usually how such cases go. You were doing what was expected of an investigator. Thank you. Then I thought about Yukon. She has a reason to hate the city, the tribes, and the whole Kala taboo. She didn't do it. Thank you. Someone defending the ladies out here. I met her today. She asked a lot of questions, and I really misjudged their relationship. I think Yukon was the closest thing to Lev's friend in the last years. No matter how much she tries to hide it. She's always distancing herself from her roots, like there's something shameful. People in the city hate her, at best look down on the tribes. Lev was the only one who genuinely interested in her culture, even if for the wrong reasons. I can't see how she could have ever harmed him. Are you sure? I kinda have some suspicions. I am. Please, Yanni, leave her out of this. If she did anything, it'd be on Istvan's orders. Istvan, I'm afraid, is at the top of my list right now. He has reasonable motive and enough power to make someone disappear. Not to mention, he insists on sweeping this under the rug as swiftly as possible. Oh, Slava's like, oh, you damn fool. Merciful chances, please don't tell me you know something. He's offered to take care of Lev before. In his eyes, my husband was nothing but a burden. I didn't think he was being serious, but I always told him not even to think of it. But now, all he cares about are the stars and those devices of his. He's become so disconnected, just like Lev. When this whole thing happened, my first thought was that Istvan was involved. He scares me, and I don't know what to think anymore. Yeah, I know how that feels. Just today I realized Galen's a prime suspect too. Oh, don't be absurd. That boy's helped me more than anybody else in this godforsaken town. Think about it, a doctor, a volunteer investigator. Last person anyone would suspect. A perfect position to tamper with evidence too. We know so little. We don't even know the exact cause of death. We have to rely on Galen for that. But why, Yanni? Why would he harm Lev? That's the problem. He's the only person with a sensible motive. Without getting into details, Lev was getting too close to secrets that Galen's mentors would prefer to keep hidden? I don't know so much about that. He could have also endangered the city unintentionally. Galen's a skilled poison maker and had the opportunity to administer who knows what to Lev when he treated him. Nobody would second guess a doctor. Even if he didn't mean to harm Lev, who knows how Lev's body would react given the state he was in. I refuse to believe it. I know people, and I know that boy really wanted to help him. Help me. He cared, Yanni. I don't know. I'm just thinking aloud, and it all adds up more than I'd like. You're just tired. You're overthinking things. Maybe. I know it'd be easier to point to Sem and be done with it. Sem? Wouldn't that be what Istvan wants? To put a well-known and despised criminal in prison? He could as well be the one who did it. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I should do. I don't know either. Frankly, I'm not even sure I want to know who killed my poor husband, if it even was murder at all. People in this city are like family to me, and all families have their dark secrets. If one of them harmed Lev, I'd rather stay ignorant. I can't help you with your investigation, but there's one thing I can do for you. Yeah? We have a comfortable room upstairs. They're all free during the dead season. I'll give you a key so you can at least catch a few hours of sleep. That's very nice of you, thank you. You're welcome. And don't worry about anything. I'll wake you up before the evening, she says. I'll wake you up before the evening, she says. Don't do this, man. Oh no, oh no. And just like that, Yanni was the Inquisitor and I was the suspect. The poet once wrote that there's nothing worse than self-righteousness, and now I understood what she meant. I knew Nana Getty would scold me for doing something rash, but I was running out of time. I decided to make use of the greenhouse's access to the waters to try and improvise ritual. My goal was to counteract the damage done by the saboteur, and the plant I saved from the frost earlier was going to help. The ritual was going surprisingly well. I work fast under pressure, unless I'm interrupted, that is. I'm so lost. I don't know who this could be. I don't know. I get that they just established, like, hey, everyone has a motive. Everyone has, like, something that's compelling them to do all this. And I'm just trying to think, I'm trying to balance out what would be easier for, who would be easiest person for Yanni to scapegoat? And who done it? Who done the thingy? Maybe it all ends after I say who I think it is. Should I try to go for the smart option, or should I try to be right? I don't know. I don't know. All right, almost there. Almost there. And no, I need you to be a good potion. Do exactly as I tell you. Spirits, I can't even tell if it's working. The door was open. Shit! You startled me! I didn't hear you knocking! Sorry, I didn't knock. I know Yanni interrogated you. Gossip sure flies fast around here. Is that why you came? I want to check up on you now that you've been officially labeled a suspect. I swear, everyone's suddenly so keen on making me the next victim of this collective insanity. So you're not here to arrest me? Of course not, although whatever you're doing right now is pretty suspicious. It is, if you must know. I was planning to do something completely crazy. A ritual with no preparation, no support, no guidance. One that isn't even in the books. Secret ritual. No wonder Yanni marked you as a suspect. Oh yes, this is me taking revenge. Now that she's blown my cover, I'm going to bring this whole city down with my exotic magic. Irony is a poor shield. You don't have to worry about me. I don't believe you're the saboteur. Good. If you tried to stop me, I'd be forced to unleash my powers, and... Don't you ever get tired of that sarcastic front? Teasing people is my second favorite pastime. But you're right, there's no time for this. I should concentrate on finishing what I started. If you let me, that is. I'm not gonna stop you. You do your voodoo, man. I have my own list of suspects and you're not on it. Thanks for not making this more difficult. Now that's settled, let's get to work. For this number, I'll be needing a volunteer from the audience. What now? You're going to help me with my insanely risky and possibly suicidal ritual. Seriously, Galen, at this point, I can't tell whether you're messing with me. Relax, it's perfectly safe. I bet you tell that to every guy, and then they end up with a nasty rash. Ah! Ah! That was an STD joke! Touché, sir. Frankly, all I need for you to do is stand by the door and make sure nobody disturbs me. I was hoping for chanting. I have a lovely singing voice. Oh well, Destiny's caught up with me again. Once a guard, always a guard. It helps more than you know. I hate doing this kind of thing alone. Talking actually helps me focus. But your enthusiasm truly is heartwarming. Thank you, Kasaya. The way I see it, we're teetering on the edge of a disaster. I never said it before, but I believe you can make a difference, so of course I want to help. I appreciate it, Galen. I appreciate it, Kasaya. Now, let me get back to this wayward potion. If you prefer to talk as you work, you can explain the ritual to me. Don't blame me if you get bored. Alright. In order to affect the city system, I need direct contact with the waters. Luckily, the designers were a thoughtful lot and placed access points all over, including this very greenhouse, hardly a control room, but I can work my craft from here. There's a magical access point right inside the quarters of our good doctor. Inside the quarters of our good doctor, who also happens to be a magician? Convenient indeed. It's almost like someone might have written this script. What's next? What's next? Tell me what's going on. See this green fellow I saved for tonight? This is white myrrh, also known as orange wisp, lover's boon, or the universal catalyst. Who comes up with these names? Bored scholars. Where I come from, ordinary folk call it the buzzer. What? You mean the drug? I thought I recognized the smell. Calling this marvel a drug is like calling diamond a harder kind of charcoal. Most users don't know its true potential. I've seen plenty of buzzer junkies, from mercenaries to aristocrats. They all look the same to me, high on delusions of grandeur. The thing is, those weren't delusions. White myrrh augments natural abilities. Some use it to better their craft, but what's truly inspiring is that it can also give a power boost to people with no innate capabilities. You mean it can turn me into a magician? Not permanently, but it can give you power for a limited amount of time. Whether you're able to use it is a completely different question. Using tools takes practice. Are we gonna drug Kasaya? I'm down with that. That's neat. Practice which, luckily enough, most buzzerheads don't have. I'm glad he can identify that this is not something that will kill him. Or do something horrible. Because we're kind of in a murder mystery here right now, and so Kasaya should be on his guard about murderers in his city, especially people who are new to the city. Good. We've established he is holding a drug. Kasaya is going to take this drug, and they're going to have magical powers from it. It's weird. There's a weird subtext there that, like, drugs give you magical powers. But that's fine. That's fun. That's enjoyable. And a doctor and a cop are both going to partake in a drug together. This is delightful. I love this story. Right, the smugglers' hideouts are dangerous enough as they are. Thank you. Buzzerheads? Is that what you call people who use myrrh-based substances? Should I be offended? Nah, it's city slang for addicts. People too far gone to care. Can't see how you fit the description, even if you do use it. Do you? Occasionally. Don't worry, though. Strictly for pleasure, until now. How does you getting high help the city? It gives me the boost I need to quicken the waters, which should stop the temperature from dropping, or even raise it if we're lucky. That's roughly the opposite of what the saboteur did, you know, to kill the hot spring fueling this place. Alright, brace yourself. What? I don't feel it. Oh, for hell's sake. There's a lot of negative rubbish in the water, and I'm trying to force my way through it, so this may feel a bit weird for you. I think I'm gonna be sick. I can feel it calling in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Doom 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 doom. And it's over. Okay, cool. Process was more violent than I expected. You did well! Great! Considering it was, you know, your first time. I never knew magic was so bad for the stomach. Did it work? Honestly, I have no idea. All I can discern right now is I've managed to do something. Nothing's happening. Which is a very good sign. Rituals are a bit like surgery. If the job's botched, you can tell right away because either the patient or the doctor starts bleeding uncontrollably. I had no idea herbalists could be so dangerous. This is much more than simple herbalism, but you're right, we are not to be trifled with. Plant magic, baby! This is cool. This is cool. Some cool-ass herbalism. I love it. And with the white merge of extract, I'm practically a public threat. Shouldn't trust me, dog. Wait, you said Buzzer's supposed to be this magical catalyst boosting your powers and whatnot. All you ever use it for was sex? What kind of sorcerer are you? First of all, I'm not a sorcerer. That word describes something that exists only in books and fairy tales. Also, I'm a sex sorcerer. Secondly, you come from a repressed and prudish culture which somehow considers pleasure inferior to knowledge and power. That's not how we see things in the Isles. Suffice to say, we hold great lovers in just as high as esteem as great scholars or artists. Holy shit, I love this. I love it. I can't imagine how a society like that can even function. You party as hard as you play. What do you want, dog? Settle down, man. If we survive this, you can join me in the archipelago and see for yourself. Honestly, I could show you a couple things right now. Your face is flushed. You should see a doctor. Oh, Kasayan, please. Your face is red too. Something tells me the good doctor is busy at the moment. You do realize we're under the effect of your drug. No! No, don't do this! Oh, there's so many, like, red flags here. We are both drugged up. And don't do it. Kasai, I know we wanted this so much. I know we wanted this, but not like this. You do realize that don't make collapse at any point. We could all be dead by tomorrow. Hey! Oh, I am vindicated. I am relieved. I didn't screw everything up horribly. Yes. Yes, this is all we wanted. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes. Yes. Good point. Even if it's not love, we just do want to think they look so freaking cute. This is way cuter than I even expected. And like we saw the last kiss, and that was also pretty dang cute. Look at their hands. Look at their hands, they're just holding each other. If it's not love, then what is it? It's the next best thing. Yay! Yay! Well, I'm good. I'm good. We can call that a night, can't we? Let's wrap this up. We got everything we wanted and more. Next episode, I think we're going to declare who the culprit is. And I feel like, God, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like we just filled in a lot of holes. Like, we used our special magic item that we saved. We made happy kissy love with Kasaya under drugs. A cop and a doctor take some drugs. Can't believe what's going to happen next. I think this whole story ends once we declare who the culprit is. Whether right or wrong, like, that's it. That's all of it. We're just done. Yeah, so, I can't believe we just did all that. There's a lot that we just did. I'm very thankful for a scene that was very full of levity. After all of this, like, God, just hanging out with Yanni is very frustrating. It's exciting, but it is also so much. It's so much of just like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who did it? Someone did it. It could have been anyone. Everyone has motive. Everyone has opportunity. I don't really try. By the end of all of this, Gallon's motive seems really weak. Like, something about it doesn't seem right. I think Constance's the one that did it. I think Sem is the person that we should target if we want to keep, if we want to keep Yanni safe. We gotta call out Sem, which sucks. I don't know. Depends how the question is proposed to me. It depends on what reasons I would have. Now that I'm starting to think like the story ends once we hit this, once we say who it was. Now that we're here, like, I've got to aim for what's right, not what would keep Yanni safe. It's the only option I got. Anyway, we'll keep thinking through this together. We'll keep thinking through this. This is just a conversation that we're going to share together as we go through this Let's Play. Thank you for being here for it. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying the crap out of it. Boys kissed, and Yanni got a kiss, and everyone's getting kissed, and Love's in the air everywhere I look around. I'm so happy. Very happy right now. And thank you for joining us on this adventure. Thanks as always to Cirrus for having us have the opportunity to play this by donating to Patreon. It means a lot to me. And I love you guys, and I'll see you next time for more Solstice and more fun and just more of the adventure. We're gonna continue this. We're gonna call out a victim. We're gonna spin around in a big circle, and we're gonna point our magic finger and say, "You did it. You're the bad guy who's trying to kill us all." So yeah, I'll see you next time when we decide who's gonna kill us all today. Bye.